if you turn your attention now to Mark chapter 1, verses 21 to 28, you will see that the storyteller takes the reader through a place of tradition, rich in religion, or a place where religious leaders were at their best, a place where the talk was about God, the synagogue in Capernaum on a Sabbath day, the very heart of Jewish religious faith. And there something happened that people reported, and in verse 28, the writer says, the report about Jesus spread like wildfire throughout every community in the region of Galilee. Something momentous happened. As you read, you see that Jesus and his disciples went to Capernaum. He immediately started teaching on the Sabbath day in the synagogue, as if he was a religious teacher. The people were awestruck and overwhelmed by the teaching because he taught in a way that demonstrated God's authority, which was quite unlike the religious scholars. The place where religious scholars were not in a shortage, he comes, and he's not there to lecture, to reinforce the rules of the synagogue. He's not there to uphold tradition, and he's not to develop on religion. But he teaches with authority. He brings reality in contrast to what was there well established. The air that was there as he was teaching, it left people breathless and excited. Truly, God is with us on our side. Everything that the prophets have promised is happening now. There's a case of fulfillment. There's a moment, a historical moment, and people took notice of his teaching. The reality of Messiah having come through the people to be on their side. And in this very sacred place, though, where religious purity was being claimed, one would imagine that there is no room for demons. Yet a man starts convulsing and makes some declaration, and Jesus silences him. And he commands the spirit to leave. He, not religious leaders, not the scholars, but he came with the authority. And what happened? And the freedom that his command brought made everybody rethink, as we as readers should rethink. Religion could not help, but in a split of a second, the man was free. And then those present were awestruck, unable to stop saying amongst themselves, what is this new teaching? What comes with such authority? With merely a word, he commands demons to come out, and they obey him. Wow! Wow! Now we see something that we as a nation, as the humankind, yearned for. We see it in action. And that's what made people say, Jesus is truly someone without equal.